Hey boos, hey, it is your girl Rising Phoenix Empath coming at you from Maryland, and this is part 2 of my last video where I was telling you fast forward. I was tailgated last Thursday very aggressively. The person came behind me and was very, very close on my back, on my bumper. I sped up, I accelerated, not knowing, because I couldn't see anything but lights, right? And I knew that it had to be a truck because it was a big car. So I accelerated very fast. This person accelerated. And so all the way up a long, dark, windy road, because for those of you who know, I live in the woods, okay? I moved to the woods, and I love it, but it's the woods. So I'm on the long, dark, windy road, and the whole time up this road, he's playing this game with me where I speed up to get some distance, and then he speeds up, and just is on me. And then he'll pull back for a minute, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'm tripping, maybe he not. And then he'll speed up again. And it was that game the whole way up this road, right? And there was a time where I thought, oh my God, I'm in this car, I'm in the woods, okay? I don't have anything on me, any weapons right now. And if he pulled up to the side of me and drove me off the road, what would I do? I have my special needs son in the background who wouldn't really even be able to understand that we're in danger until we were face on in it. And I just, for a minute there, I was afraid. And for a minute there, I must also say that for a minute, I felt as if I was being chased. I felt like I was running from this person. I was going very fast. It was a very dangerous situation he put me in because I had hit a deer several weeks ago. Okay. And my grill didn't survive, but the deer did. Okay. And I often on that road, I am able to avoid deer that just come out of nowhere. Right. And my only prayer at that time was, oh my God, if a deer comes out of nowhere, if a fox comes out of nowhere and runs across that road, it would be bad for me and him, because I would slam on the brakes and he would hit me for sure, and it would just be a really bad situation. So him doing that really put me and my life at danger, as well as my son. And I know for a fact he saw me. I know for a fact, even though I couldn't see him, I know he knew my car. I know he probably even knows my tag number, and he knows my car. So I know that he knew who I was when he was doing what he was doing. Okay? So fast forward, I've been making friends. I've been making spiritual friends like myself who are really tapped into their spiritual gifts. And one of my spiritual girlfriends picked up on some stuff that she told me. And these videos are really about what we are going through in carnal, okay? In physical, really is a spiritual thing, okay? Now, I'm going to say that. And then I'm going to say she really broke down spiritually what was going on, her and her daughter. They're very keen spiritually. They're clairvoyant. They are seers. They are claircognizant. And I mean, they know things, right? And I respect spiritual gifts. Okay. And so they were telling me that this person, because I'm on my spiritual path, as you all know, and they were telling me that the real issue at hand is not the boundary that you set. Because if you remember when I'm telling you the story, I felt the energy shift way before the dog poop, right? And so she explained to me that there is an entity, an energy attached to the said man who probably picked this energy up. He's military, so he probably picked this energy up when he was on call, whether it was him experiencing trauma or being the person on the other end of the trauma, giving the trauma. And somehow this entity attached to him, I was told it was a lower level entity, and that typically these entities are just annoying, right? And have no real power, which I already believe that, because any man that would be harass a woman, that would bother a woman, that would disrespect a woman, any man that would do that, I really don't respect them. I don't respect them as real men. And I don't look at them as threats. I look at them as little boys who just want to feel important and want you to be afraid of them, right? And so she also explained that his spirit recognized my spirit in spirit. And his spirit also recognized that I have the power and the wisdom to vanquish the entity. And so his need to intimidate me is really the entity. How he's trying to make me feel is how the entity attached to him feels about me, because it recognizes that I'm a spiritually gifted person. Does that make sense? Furthermore, it was also told to me that the land in my particular city years ago, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of trauma, and there is a lot of horrible things done to indigenous people on this land who experienced horrible things at the hands of colonizers. Okay? And I was told that as the reason why there is unrest between, because I haven't done anything. I don't bother anybody. I mind my business. I don't have nothing to say. I haven't talked to anybody else in the community about them, where I know for a fact, they don't know I know, but I know for a fact they've been going to people, talking about me to people within the community as if they're trying to do a smear campaign. I've kept it quiet. This has been months going on. I don't talk about nobody. I'm just living my life over here. I'm not bothering anybody, right? And so my friend was just explaining to me that as long as there's going to be unrest and it's going to escalate, as long as I don't acknowledge the land and the indigenous spirits that are on it, right? And acknowledgement meaning acknowledge their pain, acknowledge that the horrible things that happen to them, and respect and admonish, as well as pay homage to the land and the bloodshed on it, because the spirit within the person, the individuals that are acting out these little hateful, petty acts toward me, irritate the spirits on the land, because it is within that same energy and spirit that those awful acts befell them. Part 3 is coming up.